Welcome, everyone. This is Pine Needles, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at laces in LOTRO and hear LOTRO players. And this week, I'm joined by Krister,
Hello.
Cinders,
Hello.
and Sanswinda.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, and welcome to our newest episode, where we are going to have a look at update 48.1. A
Does that
glorious...
mean
Yes. We are continuing our glorious hunt. A special note: Rivendell housing is now open. It opened up on April the 30th. And Update 48 sees the launch of our newest premium housing neighborhood, the Rivendell Steadings, nestled high in the mountains just to the west of the Vale of Imladris. Players now have the opportunity to call Rivendell home. Rivendell housing will open on the 64-bit servers on Thursday, April 30th, starting at noon Eastern. Since it is after that date now, that means that they are presently open, so you can go to there and buy one of the newest homes. There are multiple ways to get to the Rivendell Steadings. The main entrance to the neighborhood is a quick walk southwest of the Rivendell Stables, right before the Tree Bridge crossing. You can also access the neighborhood from Breetown via the broker's office, as well as the new Rivendell Steadings Brokers Board in Lalia's Market. Oh, I forgot about Lalia's Market as being a place where you could buy such things. To support the launch of Rivendell Housing, Hithramel, the Rivendell broker, can also be found in the entrance to the last homely house. I also forgot about that little one. Yes, the first two of them I knew about, but the others I did not. So, what are the changes within this update? For missions, enemies will now spawn each time a boat is burned in the mission Deny Their Escape. Enemies will no longer glide across the landscape when pathing in the mission A Harsh Truth. Yeah, it's not wintertime, so I guess they wouldn't be skating. So maybe they have roller skates.
Maybe. The wheel has
be
been
fun.
invented.
Yeah.
inline?
Inline skates. Well,
Gives whole new meaning to the idea of keeping your enemies in line.
yes.
Exactly.
All right. One of the builders in the mission Workers released was floating. They have been grounded.
Aw, poor guy.
Yeah, sent to his room. And the appearance of the Tarkrit scrappers in the anniversary mission Thornley's Revenge has been corrected. And the VIP rewards quest will once again be available to all subscribers starting at level 5. I don't know what the issue was, since I've been mainly on higher level characters, or at least mid-range characters on there, so I don't think I noticed any sort of issues with the VIP rewards quest. Do any of you know anything about what was happening there?
I don't think so, because isn't that the quest from what's her face?
Yeah, from Wenda.
I did notice on one of my players when I went to see Winda that it wasn't showing up, but I didn't know if it was because I ignore the one, and so it was only showing me one, or if it's because one was actually missing. Because there's two that have very similar titles. Because there's the VIP rewards that gives you the one table, and then there's the VIP rewards that gives you the bottle and the subscriber buffs.
Yeah, but VIP rewards, I think, is the subscriber buffs one.
Okay. And say it's been there.
Both of them say something about VIP
rewards.
Something.
Yeah. But I think.
And then you have to read more to find the subtext of them.
And
but if you're just looking at the first part,
yeah.
Because I've been tricked before.
Well, how do you think I have so many of those tables? Ah!
It's like I have exactly 2 inventory slots, and now I have to go back to my house and put this away and go get the thing I actually wanted.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, all right. And for items, the Scorpion Trophy housing items have been renamed to better match their poses.
Great.
Okay. And also, of course, doing some tweaking to landscaping in general to make sure that there are no pathing issues. And that's pretty much it for update 48.1. So it's a very small patch.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah,
of
it had a
course,
really fast. It had a really fast patch time too because it was so small.
Well, and wait a second. I should have known there was a but. Let's hear the but.
earlier I did say that we did have the Rivendell housing in there, so we do have a post at the site showing a video of my little peek through the housing neighborhood.
Yes.
So where I go through take a look at each of the 7 housing locations in there, and I go through the interiors of each of the 3 types because there are 3 sizes. You have the small size, the standard. I guess you say the standard house. Then you had the deluxe one. That's right. They call them the cottage is the small one. The villa is the large one, and then you had this grand villa, which is the kinship house.
I love that you called it Pine Leaf Peaks. Nice alliteration.
Yeah, I needed the alliteration in there. It's not a Piney video without a alliteration, right?
Right.
So you can have a look at that if you want to have a look at the housing in the area. Now, I managed to record this at a time where they had shut down the Peregrine from it because apparently the demand was so high on the Peregrine server that overloaded the system, so they had to shut down purchases on Peregrine for about an hour before they came up, and that was when I was in the middle of doing my video. So I was trying to find, okay, why are the housing brokers not selling anything yet? Why are there no for sale signs in front of the door? I was speculating on why they could be, and I was coming up with all these, but no, it was because they had shut down sales on that server, so all for sale signs disappeared.
Pine Leaf just thought he was in a fully populated neighborhood.
Well, that was actually, especially consider that many of the houses, actually the first one in there, the houses did tend to have names of owners on them. In fact, there was one person who bought 3 different houses in the same neighborhood.
Nice.
And that's assuming that person wasn't a kin leader and also bought the Grand Villa, because, of course, on the Grand Villa, it will show the name of the kin rather than the name of the person who bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did take a look at each of those and tour the insides, and of course I did spend a little bit of mithril while I was at it.
Hmm.
And what size did you go with, Pine Leaf?
Well, on Sting, I got a small one. On Angmar, I got a small one. And on Peregrine, I got one of each.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Now I got to figure out how to decorate these things.
Hey, you can make good use of all of the housing items from all of the boxes you're opening.
Yes, I can put those to quite good use.
Sometimes I feel like I get everything on the hooks, and then I'm like, okay, I need to buy another house for all of my stuff.
Anyway, if I ever wonder how my lower level characters are going to be able to get the Rivendell, well, there's an answer for that now. And also, next week on May 6th at 2 p.m. server time, we will have the next installment of the Rivers of Middle Earth. This would be part 4, which will be focusing on the Anduin, or part 3 of the sub-series on the Anduin, because they're trying to cover all of the Anduin and scenarios, been going up and down all of the paths they could take. I think this might be the last one, because I think he just reached the Great River, or Langeville, one of those two. I mean Lothlorien, not Langeville. They just got to Lothlorien, so now he can head on down there, and I think they should be able to get him all the way to Plire. Oh no, that's right. He would probably need an entire week just to go through the 7 rivers of Gondor. He's not even. Yeah, he'll probably get down to the falls, to the Raras, and maybe to the point where the 7 rivers start to meet with it, and probably will then have another episode where he goes up and down all of those rivers. Because when he does the Anduin, he's also doing the tributaries that flow into it. No, that will be next week at 3. Of course, there will be a YouTube video posted showing the whole thing if you're not able to be there during the stream time. The stream will be on Twitch, and the video that was done afterwards, you can either look at the copy that's on Twitch, or you could watch the video on YouTube, because they do post those on there. And that's it for our game news. So let's head into our store sales. Cinders, what's on sale this week?
On sale this week, you can pile up double bonus points plus get an elixir. Oh yes, get double bonus points plus an elixir of virtue through tomorrow, May 3rd. And it is only available for a limited time in the LOTRO store, and we are talking limited. So I will do my best to get this up so that people can listen to it before tomorrow, but only good through May 3rd. The 19th anniversary sale has also arrived, and through May 10th, you can get 35% off shared wardrobe space, excluding numbers 44 through 46. 40% off Valar boosts, excluding the level 150 Valar, and 50% off of all carryalls. Oh, I should have waited and got my carryall now.
Oh.
And carryalls, hashtag worth it, in my opinion. And on my main Emeraldina, she has a task carryall, she has a junk carryall, she has a healer carryall, she has a die carryall specifically for her Shire Plum dice. She has, I want to say she has like 6 large carryalls for crafting items, several medium, several small ones. She has a small map carryall. I want to get a bigger one of those. Anyhow, she's got, her bags are full of stuff.
Okay. So do you have a carryall yet?
No, that's what the actual pockets are. There are things that have been on special release in the LOTRO store are now permanently available. This includes the 150 Valar level boost, wardrobe outfit slots number 8 through 20, and shared wardrobe space number 44 through 46. And you can also, through May 7th, store, carry, and share, I think is what that's supposed to be. Yeah, and get 30% off of select vault storage and shared storage, as well as select inventory slots. And the weekly coupon is a free combat run speed boost times 5 with the coupon code Can't Catch Me, all one word, now through May 7th as well. And those are great if you want to go fast and you don't have a hunter in your party. And you're not a warden. Because wardens can just go.
Right. Then let's head to the site news. I know it's been a long time since we've had a site news entry here, because we have a new series that has started on the site, and that is called Sincerely Cinders?
Indeed. It is my letters from me to you, the listeners/readers, because it's being read, if you're looking at it on the site. And hopefully it will be a regular thing. Are you wanting
Rock
me to
on.
read them, Pine Leaf, or do you just want them linked there?
Well, they're linked there. Is there anything you could tell us about the series so that
Yes. So it is written in letter format, and it includes photographs from my adventures in gardening. And so after last summer, where I got into like canning and jams and stuff, and started looking at the LOTRO Cooks recipes and seeing what it would be like to maybe recreate some of them. And really enjoying that, I have taken on this idea of really like gardening with my backyard. And so I have seeds going. I've got seeds started for herbs and different kinds of plants and vegetables. And so this is kind of my way of sharing what I'm going with. It's got little bits of my past that have kind of shaped me to be who I am and why this is interesting to me, and my connections to why it's been inspired by LOTRO and the Hobbits, and that idea, the idea of kind of home and family and putting your roots down and really loving the space that you're in. So I've gotten 2 of them up, so hopefully I'll be able to be consistent.
All right, we'll see how that goes, and maybe the articles will grow like your garden, right?
Yep, and hopefully as we go, it will eventually include like, oh, this is a recipe I made, this is what it looks like, and this is how I found it, and that kind of stuff too. So you too could recreate these recipes if you decide you'd like to.
Soon you'll have round doors on your house, right?
If I could, I would. But I'll settle for a hot pink door.
A hot pink door, all right.
So
I guess you don't have to worry about a homeowners association.
No. So the other side of the street is part of a homeowners association, and the other side of the alley is part of a homeowners association. And I'm on like the one stretch of street that has no homeowners association. So my house is officially banana cream yellow, with white trim and a bright pink front door. And it makes me very happy.
Oh, that must really frustrate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor really doesn't like it, but it's my house.
Yes.
Her whole house is bright red, though, so.
Yeah.
The neighbors, not my sisters.
Bright red. Yeah, that's nice. It doesn't have right to complain then. Okay. Let's head into our new player question, or sort of our classic new player question, shall speak, and we are going into a new section now of the list that I have, where we're starting to talk about areas after the original. It is Mirkwood and up questions is how you worded them, it looks like.
All right. So, this first one makes me laugh. Okay. Is it possible to finish the Mirkwood intro instance alive? On which classes? Which classes are more difficult? Why? Any advice for how to complete this instance? Okay, so I'm laughing because this was a pressing question for me for a while, so much so that every time Bullroar went live, I would take as many classes as possible into the Mirkwood intro instance and see what I could do to it on Bullroar, which was clearly not the new content. And then they revamped the intro instance to Mirkwood, so my answer has changed, but go for it, guys.
What, they revamped it?
Yeah, they made changes to it as the legendary servers hit Mirkwood, and it is significantly easier to get through it alive.
Okay.
My advice was going to be going over level because that's how I do it.
Oh, it's never been how I did it because I needed to get those skirmishes open.
And I always put the skirmishes off till I'm way over level. And Payleaf is like, "What do you mean you don't have this skirmish unlocked?" I'm like, I must have just never gone through Mirkwood, to the shock of nobody.
Yeah, and the problem wasn't wasn't most of it. It's that last instance right before it lets you out into Mirkwood proper. Like in the little fort or whatever it is.
Yes, the one about the assault on the hill.
Right, that makes you solo it, even if you've been doing everything else with a group. And for the longest time, I was dying and trying to run back in before the person I was supposed to be protecting died. But I haven't tried it recently, but I tried it after the balance passes for the legendary servers, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can do this now. It's tricky, but it's not, like, immediately deadly.
Yeah. Rather strange because I've had plenty of times where I've died during the instance, and when I got in, the NPCs had just killed the boss, finished killing the boss, and so I got credit for it anyway.
Well, that was what the changes fixed, was that, like, before the most recent changes, the NPCs were like tissue paper. If you weren't careful. At least my NPCs were. But
I must have kept them alive long enough so that they kept them alive long enough so that when I died, they were at good enough health that they were able to finish it.
Right, I was at about, so before the changes, I was, if I could keep them alive long enough to be almost done with the fight before I died, they would finish it. But if I couldn't keep them alive that long, then I was in really big trouble. I would probably have to replay it 2 or 3 times to get through it. So, anyway, I've also gotten better at things like kiting and not standing in stupid, is what Terry calls it. Not standing in the...
Don't stand in stupid, which is AKA
right,
for puddles.
The puddles, the area effect things that damage you. So that might have also increased my rates of finishing it without trying it multiple times. But advice for how to complete this instance: pay attention. Don't stand in puddles.
Go over level.
I mean, use all your fighting skills that you've learned to that point. I don't know with the most recent hunter changes if it would be better or worse, but
Lore Master
for a while it was good.
Yeah, Lore Master should be able to use their Eagle Pet or their Bear Pet to help with aggro. And tanky classes should just need to stay alive and just use your heals, because by then you have them. Unless you're a brawler, in which case, hopefully you can pound them to smithereens before they can kill you.
Yeah, I don't know that I've tried it on a brawler yet.
I don't know. I know,
and I haven't
sure
taken
I
a hunter through for... I haven't taken a hunter through since the recent hunter changes, so they might have messed it all up again. I don't know.
Well, I know I've taken every class through there. I don't know what I don't know is how easy it was for each class. I think there were a couple of classes where it was getting to the frustrating, because I think it was my burglar, for example, was the one that only got credit for it because I got into the instance in time for the NPCs to kill it, because I don't think my burglar survived the entire
Medium
run.
armor characters were the ones having the biggest trouble.
Yeah, because the light ones would probably
the warden was okay. Because the warden wasn't broken when I took my warden through. Like I was still doing DPS.
Right.
The hunter was pretty brutal. The burglar was pretty brutal. Light classes that had healing were better. The minstrel was... I think I had to do it twice, but that was way fewer than the amount of times I had to do it on my hunter. So... but that was also a long time ago. I might be misremembering.
Oh, a long time ago. Yes, that's.
And I'm pretty sure like my actual runekeeper that I played on the live servers was just Valor past it. But I did play it in Bullroar on every class multiple times.
Can I get through it?
Which classes do I survive? In which trait lines? With which gear? Yeah. And 2, any advice for successfully fighting mounted foes? For not accidentally aggroing the landscape while fighting a mounted foe? For not dying if you accidentally aggro the landscape while fighting a mounted foe? I now have recommendations for this, you guys.
Yeah, my recommendation.
Number 1 advice. If you're not sure if you're going to successfully fight on horseback, fight on foot.
Yeah, that's
Number 2 advice. You will accidentally aggro the landscape, so just do it on purpose anyway, because that is the point of riding on your war steed if you are on level riding through the area. And number 3, if you don't want to die when you accidentally or purposefully aggro the landscape, go in a straight line. Towards the city, preferably. And ride right straight into it. And right into a building. And you'll be fine.
Seems like solid advice.
Okay,
I feel like
on a slightly more serious note, though, like, there are options to not die if you aggro the landscape. You can drop aggro with the feign injury skill in the light war steed line. You could get a heavier war steed and trample them.
Exactly.
Which will completely get them out of your way.
But you have to do that on your horse, not on foot. So that's why
you have to do that on horse.
My advice is mount. Any advice for successfully fighting mounted foes? Mount. That's how you fight them. And then, because now think about it, you're like in your Sherman tank in Lord of the Rings. You drive around in your Sherman tank, and then you see another guy in a Sherman tank, and then you get out of your Sherman tank with a bowl of ice cream and approach him. No, you open fire. So that's what you do.
I'm going to tell you where this fell apart for me, Krister. So if you're anywhere in Rohan on level-ish, enough that the mobs are going to aggro on you, it's like, fight them on horseback. It's fun. You will aggro the landscape.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing. You might get dumped in a river. It'll be fine. Just, pay a little bit of attention to where you're going. If you happen to be in a newer zone where there are mounted enemies that look like you should be able to engage them from war steed, try it if you want to, but be prepared to be forcibly dismounted. It's better, but my war steed skills are not doing sufficient damage to actually kill things.
Yeah.
Well, you just need to be duct taped to your horse.
Places like King's Gondor. That one.
Yeah, like it's fun to attack them, but they're not dying.
And
with the changes to the war steed, my war steed's not dying as fast, but like it's way more efficient on foot. Even though it looks like it should be a war steed fight. It might be different if you can trample them all like off a cliff or something.
Oh, if only we could.
But
there's only one solution for Middle Earth. Trample. Trample it all.
Trample it all.
In fact, if you look really closely in the movie, when Sauron's tower is coming down, you'll actually see my horse trampling the tower.
Right.
It's in the special edition, super secret, double secret probation release.
Uh-huh.
Not many people have seen it. Mainly because I drew it by hand.
I said because you're keeping it under wraps, right? I don't know. What's your advice, though, Pineleaf? You've had a lot of experience with mounted foes. And I know you approach it differently than I do or than Krister does.
Well...
Yeah, but he just gets written down by them, so I mean...
Oh, well...
He kills them.
Now, you know how you were saying that one of the things that you might do is dismount?
Uh-huh.
Well, for me, I've probably never mounted up in the first place, so therefore that particular step I can skip.
You will never dismount me. Oh, yeah, why? Because I'll never mount in the first place. Well, okay, yeah. I agree with you, yes.
Okay, that is accurate.
You've gone with me. He's like, everybody's summoning their war steeds, and my regular steed.
I mean, this is how occasionally I end up in the middle of Rohan on a hobby horse. Yes.
Well, and I thought you guys were going to bring up the maneuvering as well, where, you know, if you're on your horse steed, it's just harder to maneuver it, especially in zones where maybe you don't have the expansiveness that you do in Rohan. But I would contend that even makes it more exciting because, you know, if you go to watch an action movie, you don't come out of the theater going, "Hey, remember when they drank a coffee and the guy took the napkin out, wiped his lips?" No, you're like, "Hey, remember when the horse fell off the building onto the tank and it exploded?" That's the fun part. And so riding your horse like that makes moments like that possible.
Right.
Okay,
But
and don't forget to put... Good.
Go ahead. You go first, and then I'm going to weigh in with my thought.
Don't forget to spend your points as your war steed levels up. And the points that you put into agility actually really help with steering. And the points that you put into things like armor and being able to heal your war steed help with surviving. And the points that you put into doing damage help with doing damage, at least until you get out of Rohan. So...
I'm going to say some of it, too, is going to depend on the class that you're playing. Because I really enjoy riding around on my war steed and mounted combat on my lore master. On my guardian, it's extremely frustrating. In part because guardian skills just do crap damage. So you're basically just going round and round and round and round and round and round and just trying to keep the mobs mad at you long enough to maybe do a little bit of damage.
Oh yeah, the mobs will eventually get tired of chasing you.
They do. And then if you're trying to like get a specific number for whatever it is you're doing, or like that one instance in Rohan where they make you ride around to complete the instance and attack stuff, it's like, really? Why am I doing this on a guardian? This is the dumbest thing ever.
Okay, so that is a good point. I've noticed that it is easier on classes that are ranged to fight for more steed.
Yep.
Because you don't actually have to keep pace with them or be in proximity to them, and it will auto like point you towards them to fire at them accurately. So like my runekeeper,
stay on the ground.
My horse. Well, no, because if you're on the ground, they ride out of range regularly. Like, they just completely disappear out of your range. But if you're mounted, you can, like, stay with them because your worsty keeps moving. You don't have to keep pushing down the W or whatever. You just keep turning and hitting your skills and they'll die. But... like,
and the Lore Master does have a combat pet.
The Lore Master has, the wolf, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf is cool.
Yeah.
The Runekeeper has good healing and DPS from Warsteed on level, in Rohan, especially. Up through probably Old Honorian, into the Wastes. No, not the Wastes, just before the Wastes. What is that? The North Ithilien? You can still get pretty decent DPS there. And pretty decent healing. But it is more annoying on a champion. You're still doing decent damage, but you actually have to pay attention to where your horse is and how close you are to them to actually hit them, or else you're just like swinging around and not hitting anything, which is kind of funny.
You lop your horse's head off. Oops.
No friendly fire.
Yeah, I hope you don't do that.
You're just wildly swinging though. Like...
But like you can see the skill activate and like do something, but like it doesn't do any damage to the mob because the mob's nowhere near you. So you do have a point about it being easier with different characters.
Yep.
Or harder. If you are on a minstrel or a runekeeper, there is basically no way to avoid aggroing the landscape, just for the record. Other classes can mostly not aggro the landscape if they pay attention, but they have such big aggro radiuses that if you're doing any healing skills, even accidentally on a runekeeper or a minstrel, the whole landscape will notice and be like, hey, wait a second, kill the healer. So, you know.
All right. And any other
comments?
And
yeah, runekeepers' horses, their war steeds leave sparkly trails, and it's really cool. They leave like a little sparkly green trail behind them. It's really awesome.
I seem to recall that I got that, and that Glory was particularly upset that I had that and she did not. It was pretty cool. So I rode around her a lot. I was like, look at my horse. Look how wonderful. Oh, your horse doesn't have it? Oh, well, that's too bad. But it was cool. You're right.
It is cool. Yeah. I also ride my war steed almost everywhere though, and was recently annoyed that I can't ride it through the hallway going out of what is that one place up by where you celebrate Turns Day? From the inside to the outside, you can't war steed anymore. Oh. And I forgot, and I was trying to war steed through it, and I was like, oh yeah, they changed that, and that's really annoying, because that was so fun to just war steed right down the hallway.
Do you know why they changed that, or?
Probably because people were war steeding down that hallway.
Probably.
And I'm sure they were like, it isn't a goat. It can't be ridden.
No, you can still ride horses, which is why it's really annoying. But I think it's when they put the enemies and other quests in that hallway, and it wasn't just a straight hallway. I mean, you can still ride straight down the hallway. You don't have to veer off and fight anything or aggro anything. And you weren't aggroing anything on your war steed even after they added those mobs. So I'm not sure why they changed it, unless lots of people were complaining about being ridden down by people on war steeds.
Or people were getting stuck in the walls and dying and complaining.
I don't know. I didn't get stuck in any walls.
I didn't either. But I do know you can get stuck against things on a war steed and lose all your morale. That happened to me with a rock in the Shire. I was war steeding through the Shire and hit a rock and got stuck and I was dead. Too. And I was like, oh.
So that could be another reason. I don't know. But, yeah, you should probably note, though, if you're listening to my advice on war steeds, I am the person who would ride them everywhere if I could, including trying to ride them up a foot in Lothlorien. So, you know.
She does.
Up a foot in Lothlorien.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually how I learned to slow down my war steed. Because I insisted on continuing to
learn that slow button.
I insisted on riding it up the foot instead of dismounting to get up there. So that's also how I learned to get better at turning it, is riding it in places where it's got less maneuvering room.
Okay. Alright, and is that it for your little lesson on advice on war steeds?
Um, yeah. If they're not dying though, and you're in a new area, just dismount and assume that they weren't meant to be fought from war steed, even though they should be.
Oh well. Then, then let's into our week in Lotro. And Krister, what were you up to?
Well, of course, I'm dealing with the consequence of creating a new character in Lotro, which are they really new? Are they really new when they show up with 750,000 items that you have to unpack? And if you are stupid enough to start opening them all at once, it immediately fills your inventory. And you have to slowly, painfully delete things or move things and stuff. Now, the one thing I've got going for me, having created a new character on a new server, is at least all my space is open. So I've got plenty of room to move things around. I just don't want to move things around. I just want it to go away. I want it all to go away. But anyways, I think it's hysterical now that you just start a new character and you have to spend like 2 hours trying to figure out all the inventory and get it all sorted before you can even do anything. So that was my week, especially because this was a heavy duty week at work. So, and then I came up with I think I coined a wonderful new phrase, which is Plire Shum, and that's to express outrage against particular colors. However, all other words that have been typed after my word were falsified by, I would say, an evil, malevolent poltergeist type of entity. There. See. The moment I mentioned it, the dogs were aware of it, and the dogs can detect that evil locally. So the dogs are with me on this one. And and then I played a little bit of Windsong and Enshrouded this week, so that was my weekend gaming. Before I go to Cinders, happy birthday.
Thank you. And I will be right back.
See, when you're an evil, malevolent poltergeist, you often have to contend with fighting dogs.
Oh,
Fair. Even on your birthday.
Even on your birthday?
Especially on your birthday. Isn't that like your Nexus of Power Day? When you're like rejuvenated for your next form?
That does track, yeah.
If I remember, Gozer the Gozerian transformed. Was it the River of Slurm? No, wait, I think I'm mixing my movies up.
The river.
So, what I did with my inventory when I was unpacking my new character, Krister, is I
Deleted it all.
No, actually, I mean, kind of. But I opened one package at a time, used all of the baubles that came out of it, used all of the mounts that came out of it, and then when I got to the wardrobe package, I tossed it.
God, that's what I'm feeling. It's
the
just
outfits in the wardrobe already on my main server. If it's an outfit I really liked, I put it in the wardrobe and then toss the pieces one by one. But most of them I just chucked off, and I figured I could make a new character who could put those in the wardrobe on that server if I needed them to. Because I was like, I do not need to be carrying around all of this in the inventory of my brand new character.
No, especially if you're like, you're doing the starting quest, and it's like, hey, what does it say? My inventory is full. I just picked up 3 things. Oh wait.
Oh right. But that really helped clean out my inventory, and I was down to. I run with my bags in like one big bag, and I was down to just the bottom row of stuff. But what made the biggest difference was that all the fireworks from the
Converting all of those is probably wonderful.
Yeah, turn into baubles, except for like the 4 that you get every year. So, or multiple times during the festival.
And I am back.
Welcome back.
Come back.
So, what did you do in Lotro?
All right. So I played on Ingmar with Arindus and Pineleaf and Sandswinda on Sunday, and we continued through Mossword and on to Clegger and Clegger quests, and it was so much fun to be able to play with Arindus again and to talk with her. And so that was really exciting. Then I do need to do some homework in Trader's Wharf. Apparently, I need to go kill some things and then go kill some more things and then kill some more things, which is like LOTRO questing. And then in my yard, the raspberries have buds on treats, yummy fruit this summer for jams, jellies, and LOTRO recipes. So that's very exciting too. But I didn't actually play after Sunday because it's been a busy week at work for me as well. Sans, how about
I did swing around near Claker with you guys and called some hobbits to supper and helped with provisioning the town, which was kind of fun. And then we encountered some wraiths while freeing hobbits in Redlot, and that was exciting. And a little bit unnerving sometimes when we summoned two at once accidentally. I mean, not that we have any control over when we summon them, as far as I can tell. But, yeah, so that was kind of fun. And that was pretty much my week in LOTRO. How was your week, Fine Leaf?
All right. My warden continued the story with Mizani, and I got to the end of the main storyline for part 1 because it's 3-parter that they're releasing them on a staggered schedule. That means that next Wednesday is when they're going to be releasing the next part of this. So I got to the point where I now have to be waiting for Wednesday before I could continue along with the storyline. For the Another Round group, we helped a hobbit at Trader's Wharf to try to save her pony and try to collect the items that she needs in order to recover from the incident. And for the field trip, we saw this Gandalf. And that is it for our week in LOTRO. And this week we also have some news beyond LOTRO. Yes, we have a lot of news on the site this week, where Q Workshop has unveiled a massive Lord of the Rings collection. Yes, gather your fellowship and check your gold pouches. Q Workshop has just pulled back the curtain on its highly anticipated line of officially licensed The Lord of the Rings dice and accessories. Following their initial announcement at the Gamma Expo, we now have the full details on what is shaping up to be one of the most comprehensive tabletop tributes to Middle-earth ever published. Mark your calendars, the journey begins on July 22nd. And thus we have for dice sets, from the Shire to Mordor, we have Ring Bearers, the flagship set. Features full-colored artwork on every face, Sauron's eye, and the ring's inscription. MSRP $45. We have, for Rivendell, we have a stone set and a water set. The stone set is pearlized white with 11 heart knots and plant-themed blue engravings. And for the Rivendell water set, transparent material with delicate blue paint, plant-themed etchings. For Gondor, deep navy blue with a glitter finish of regal silver engravings. For Mordor, glittery black with aggressive red engravings, of course. Nazgul symbols and, of course, the Eye of Sauron. For Moria, glitter-infused black and with beige engravings that glow blue in the dark, featuring Durin's doors. For Rohan, bottle green plastic with matte gold engravings and horse and rider heraldry. And for the Shire, light green with beige engravings of hobbit holes, pipes, and the Green Dragon Inn. And as for accessories, there will also be dice bags along with each of these themes. So the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, yes, let's see, the legendary "You Shall Not Pass" moment where Gandalf is with the Balrog is one of the ones for Mordor in there. And they also are showing something that looks like a castle turret, though I'm wondering if is that a dice cup
that's the dice cup, I believe.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, there it is. The Fellowship Dice Cup. Yes, that is. Yeah, that would be the Fellowship Dice Cup then. For the ultimate collector, the Fellowship of the Rings and Dice Cup is the crown jewel of the collection, crafted from light brown leather from hand stitched detailing. It features the entire Fellowship embossed around the base. The lid is equally impressive, sporting the ring's inscription, of course. And this is quality crafted in Middle Earth, meaning Poland. Every item in this line is manufactured in Poland, ensuring the high detailed craftsmanship Q Workshop is known for. Whether you are playing in the One Ring RPG or simply want to bring a bit of Gondor to your weekly D&D sessions, these sets offer a beautiful way to celebrate the legacy of J.R.R. Tolkien. And as for the dice sets, there are two versions of it looks like there are two versions of each of these. We have a 7-piece RPG sets and 10-piece D6 sets. So the RPG sets, I would presume they mean a D20, a D12, a D8, a D6, a D4, plus a pair of D10s that can act as percentile dice. Usually with one of them being having in multiples of 10 rather than
So
standard. Yes.
if you scroll up to the first picture, it actually lists
Yep.
on the back in the middle. It says 7 dice: D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20, and D100.
I assume when they say D100, they actually mean two D. Because a D100
Why?
is impractical. So what they usually do is they have two D10s.
But they do have a
One of them
100
having
sided
10.
die out there
In
too.
fact, if you look at the window of the box to the right, you will see that there are a pair of two D10s on there. One of them showing 60 and the other one showing 7.
Right, but when I hear 100 sided
believe you.
die, I don't hear two D10s. I hear one 100 sided
well,
die.
because it lists a D10 as separate from a D100.
Okay, let's see. That is.
Instead of be like 2D10, a D12, and a D20. It does say D100 specifically, and also D10 specifically.
Well, I have feeling when they
believe
say
you.
D100, I think when they
It
say
makes
D100,
more sense with what we see, but
yes, I think that the D100 is actually the D10. That they mean the D10 that has the multiples of 10 on it. Is what
okay.
I think was what they mean by D100 in there, because a D100 I have seen a literal D100, and that is at best a novelty die. I guess.
I'm just saying.
All right. Anyway, so they are going to be available on June 22nd. And that's it for our news beyond the LOTRO. If you have any feedback for us or have any responses to how you would do certain things in response to our new player question, then you could send us an email to podcast@lotraplayers.com. Philip, the Players Alliance has 2 shows on Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Oh, no, we are now at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Lotra Players News, and we record DDO Players News when Drac is available. You guys join us for our shows at lotraplayers.com/live. And that's all for tonight then. This is Pine News reminding you to skirmish responsibly.